Hey guys, welcome back to another Snowrunner video. Today we are going to be taking a large trailer, perhaps the heaviest trailer in the game it seems like sometimes. Definitely the lowest, all the way up to the top of the mountain. This is just, I'm running through, I'm probably about 65% done testing the missions. I haven't heard much back from anyone else that has the map about issues, so probably made about 8 or 10 updates to it, so there was some stuff that didn't work right, but it's come along quite nicely. I'm hoping in the next couple days to have this thing out. I guess to get to the first highway hauling map, I messaged the devs this morning, which is Tuesday morning. Just got an answer that the dev team wasn't in at that point and that they would get back to me soon, so I never heard anything today. I'll let you guys know. I'm hoping that whatever the issue was, they led me to believe that it was more on their side and that the mod wasn't the problem with it not working right. I still don't know exactly what wasn't working right, but if they tell me anything or if I hear that it's coming out soon, I'm definitely going to let you guys know, so just keep posted. And if I have to revamp the map a bit and make a special console version, I will, so don't worry about it guys, we'll get it over eventually. As far as this second map, like I said, I'm probably about 65-70% done testing missions, so really just looking for little stuff, but for the most part everything's going quite well. I know all the missions work, it's just a matter of if animations work when you make deliveries. Sometimes I mistype cargo into spots and it's not the cargo that I intended, so it's just the little stuff right now that basically going through and making sure that it all works. You see right here, and you'll see it more in the video, this trailer keeps catching on the highway because it's literally looks like it's an inch or two off the highway. I wouldn't want to pull something like that in real life. Anyways, we'll struggle through with the old Pete, which is getting a lot of use on this map. It's got lots of power, it works pretty good up in the hills, which on this one is definitely a benefit. There's some pretty tough hills to climb, and with this trailer dragging, it definitely is giving it a workout. I did want to say that my internet was out for the past couple days. We lost the main line, so I haven't put up a video for a few days. I guess my other excuse, if we'll call it that, is I have been doing a ton of testing, and it's just takes a lot of time. You can't really cut corners, you have to do all the missions straight through. So good thing for you guys is there's a lot of hours of playtime in this, and I haven't even touched the first map in the region. I left it open so that you can go straight to the second map for anyone that has played the first map. There's a couple tasks that you're gonna have to do, the scrap dealing task to open up the metal shop. Most of the stuff for this map comes from the Highway Haulin 1 map, which is Bennington is the name of the town, which I picked both out of Vermont if anyone was wondering. They're pretty close to each other, and it was very similar to the terrain I was using here, so you know what, shout out to the American folk down below, where I decided this time I would do an American based map, we'll say, although really anyone looks at it, I'm sure it looks a lot like anywhere else most of us live, at least in North America, so you can choose your own adventure of where it really is. One of the big things is the kilometer-per-hour signs only go up to 60, and I've got a 8-lane highway, which 60k is pretty slow. So I used the mile-per-hour maps, and then I kind of decided to go all out with that, and so that's how we got Manchester and Bennington. And again, if you find them on the map in Vermont there, you'll see the area I kind of picked from and got a little inspiration from. So we're just getting to another spot where the trailer hangs up. It's a pain in the butt, but it's gonna add a bit to the difficulty, I guess, is what we're going for on this one. What we're doing is we're taking the 770 trailer, which again, like I said, is one of the tougher hauls in the game because any sort of unflat road and this happens, and it is really heavy. It's actually surprising how heavy this thing is. So we're taking it up to the gravel pit. We're going to drop it off. They've ordered it and we picked it up from the heavy equipment shop. There is another 1 or 2 tasks there, and I'm actually going to use it more when I go into the next map as a bit of a hub to pick up some of the bigger equipment deliveries. This specific one is a task, not a contract. I think there's 8 tasks and 12 contracts. The contracts, most of them, actually I think all of them, have to do with the 2 map deliveries, and you have to put them into a special region contract so that they know to look at the other map for what cargo they're looking for. So there is a whole bunch of hauling back and forth. There's a trip or 2 that is going to take you all the way across the full length of both highways pretty much on both maps, so it's a nice change of pace. You have to really pick the right truck, and it's not always about the strongest motor when you get into the asphalt driving, so keep that in mind. Something that when you guys do get a chance to get on it, if you haven't already, is you're not necessarily looking for the most powerful truck. You're looking for the truck that will do the job you want and not just spin out on the road as soon as it shifts to 6th or 7th gear. So keep that in mind when you're choosing vehicles. Some of the overpowered trucks definitely get a little out of control, but you know what, it's part of the fun. There's just as much off-roading on this second Highway Haulin map as there is asphalt, I would say. Most of it's mud, because as soon as you get up into the snow area, the way I see it, the snow is most of the way melted, the ground's really saturated, and nothing's really frozen anymore, right? So it's some places are better than others, but even the gravel pit up here isn't muddy, I would say, but it's soft, and I've had to use I think it was an 8x8 to drag this thing in to get a load the one time. So there's going to be challenges all over. This is definitely a tougher map than the first one in terms of challenges on the roads. Not nearly as civilized on this one, but that's the way I'm looking at the whole region when I build these maps, not just each individual map per se. So really you incorporate new stuff with the next one, and it's just patience while I get it done. We're just pulling into the gravel pit now, so that was pretty much an uphill all the way, which you want to pick the right truck. Like I said, there's some steep little hills. We're just gonna pull into the shop here and drop it off, and I'm probably gonna wrap the video up there. So I just wanted to say again, thanks a lot for everyone that's watching and helping and liking the content that I'm putting out. I'm really having a lot of fun with it lately, and I want to keep doing it. So if anyone's looking to help me out, support what I'm doing, you guys can see the links below, or if you want to get some exclusive looks, and if you're on PC, the ability to play maps while I build them, I still have a Patreon set up, and the link is down there. And if you guys ever want to become a member, I'm always welcoming anyone, regardless of if you can play or not. I just want to keep putting out good stuff for all you great folks. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great one.